Hello and welcome to this week's edition of a Thinking Boy podcast. I'm your host, Cesar Perez with
Luis Orozco.
Appreciate you coming by, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Kind of an old friend. I've kind of known about you for like a long time.
Yeah, same.
But we just met Friday.
I'm gonna go to my homeboy Caesar's house.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, at first I always used to get your name confused. I think I was like, oh, Christian. It's like, you mean Caesar? I was like, yeah.
How do you feel about the name Caesar though? I used to hate it as a kid, but now I'm kind of okay with it.
I like Cesar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Cesar.
Cesar, go ahead.
There you go.
Damn, I'm feeling like some family vibes, bro. Some family shit.
You gotta just embrace it, man. Embrace where you came from. I used to introduce myself as Luis, and then
oh really?
And then one of my friends was like, aren't you Mexican? And I was like, yeah. He's like, so you're Luis, and I was like, bro, own up to that shit.
Yeah, you gotta own up to it.
Shout out TJ.
Shout out TJ. You know what the worst of that was when I was like in second grade. My middle name's Andres.
Andres?
Yeah, Cesar Andres. No, Cesar Andres.
Okay.
So like I translated it to English, so it was Andrew. So I told my teacher like, yo, it was this white lady, and I'm like, hey, don't call me Caesar no more. I'm Andrew. And like one day my mom like went to do something. She was volunteering, and she's like, oh yeah, I just talked to Andrew right now about his grades. And she's like, who's that? Who's Andrew? And she's like, Andrew. And like my mom pulled me aside. She's like, what are you doing right now? What is this? And I remember just being like, yeah, I don't know why. Like looking back on it, I was like, why did I want to be called Andrew? What the hell? Identity crisis?
Looking back at that, like, do you have an answer for that?
No.
I
mean, maybe I just get tired. Cause I really didn't like my name at first, bro. Caesar, I don't know why. Or Cesar, I didn't really.
How you know about it?
I'm better with it. I think it's a kind of a not a unique name, but I don't really. It's not like as common as like a Juan or Jesus. You know what I mean? Those are fucking common. Yeah, I know Jose. I know a lot of Jose's.
Dude, yeah, my brother-in-law's name is Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a fucking Jose, bro. I could name 5 Jose's right now, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, same.
But dude, now I feel pretty okay with it. What about you? Did you ever like dislike the name Luis?
Oh, dude,
or Luis?
Yeah. Especially because like my mom was pretty upfront. She's like, "Oh, I used to take care of this kid, and his name was Luis Angel, so I liked it." And I was like, "I chose it for you." I was like, "All right, cool." I don't like it.
What about your middle name? Do you have a middle name?
Angel. Yeah.
Angel? Oh
yeah.
my god.
So I'm like, dude, I'm not an angel.
That sounds pretty good though. I like that, Luis Angel.
It's a very common Mexican name.
Yeah.
Luis Angel. Yeah.
But I don't give your government out, but yeah.
My last name? Oh, dude, people would always like. Growing up, no one could ever pronounce my last name. Because I was like, Orozco or Orozco. It was like, no, it's Orozco. But it is kind of confusing, I guess, because like the Z and the C.
Oh my god, dude, you tripping me out right now. I had a teacher call me Cesar, and I'd be like, you're the whitest motherfucker I ever met in my life. God damn, are you crazy?
Dude, always Luis.
Reyes. It'd be Reyes instead of Perez.
Reyes. Oh my god. And you went to Sam, right?
Yeah, I went to Sam.
Oh, dude. That's cool.
What year did you graduate?
2012.
From Sam?
Yeah.
So you know my boy Mario then?
Mario?
Rivas?
Yeah. Dude, I went to elementary. I've been knowing him since elementary.
That's the homie. No I've known him my whole life, dude. I've known him literally my whole life. I'd say if I had to put an age on it, maybe like 4. Maybe like that's when I went out to play with Miguel, and like they were there already hanging with Miguel because he's one of Miguel's friends.
Mario and no, what was his name? Yeah, Mario Rivas.
Mario Rivas.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just like trying to put a face to it. Like, yeah, dude. I remember that kid. Yeah. I think I used to play soccer. Shout out to my boy Mario. Yeah, I remember. I used to play soccer with him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He's super into soccer and basketball. I think were like the two that he used to do a lot.
He used to hang out with this other dude named Efren Coronado. Did you know him? Like the white boy. He wasn't white. He was like Mexican, but he was like very white complected.
Was he tall?
No, he was very short.
I don't know.
No. I think Mikey used to like hang out with him too. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to.
I know. There's this dude named Lil Rob. Who like I don't know if he went to Wall Trip or not. I really don't know what he went to, but I could show you after. But he hangs out with them, and he's also pretty short.
Okay, Robert. Was he like a white complected kid? Mm-hmm. Does he have a kid now?
Yes, he just had a kid recently.
With
I forgot Kristen. Her name. Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I knew Robert too. Oh man,
yo,
dude,
we got connections, man.
We go back, dude.
We got connections, bro. That's what I was trying to tell you, man. We got a lot of like. Well, I didn't even know you knew Miguel. Honestly, who's in Tokyo, by the way. Shout out to my cousin.
No, yeah, dude. Fucking Robert, man. Oh, dude, we used to hang out at our boy Omar's house. We used to like start a fire in the middle of the street because they lived on a dead end, and we'd just like be jumping over it or like be on the roof and like
real CKY jackass shit.
Yeah, man, you can never go wrong. Yeah, but he was always like Robert was always well behaved. Like he wouldn't really be doing like the crazy shit we were doing. He'd get on the roof.
He's a funny guy, man. Especially like when he links up with Mario or Miguel or our friend Eddie. It's just shit talk. Like they're just like, you can't make any mistake, bro. They're just like on your ass. And that's kind of what I grew up with. Like just them. Like you got to be like ready to. If you say something funny or like not even like a joke, but you say a word like and you pronounce it funny, bro, you got to be on your fucking toes, dog. They're gonna like roast the shit out of you.
See, I don't remember like specific examples, but I do remember him being like a very humorous guy.
He's like, a funny guy, man.
I always like just funny people amuse me. So I was like, like seeing him do like hit us, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Every time we play Fortnite, he's like cracking me the fuck up, bro. Because he'll just like drift off. We'll be like in like on squads, and he'll just drift off. We're like, where the fuck's Mario at? And he's like on a whole different part of the map. Dude.
I'd be trying not to do that, but I'll be like,
he's like, I'm over here trying to get it, man. I'm trying to follow the storm, bro. I thought you were following me. I'm like, bro, we're all like nowhere close to you. What are you talking about?
You be on it.
I do, man. I haven't played like recently though. I need to update it, honestly. I was trying to get Metal Gear. Not Metal Gear. What's his name? Damn, Snake. They had Snake as a skin, and I totally missed him. I'm pretty sure, dude. I totally fucking missed him.
It was last season. Oh, we're about to fucking nerd out on Fortnite, dude.
Let's do it, man. Low key, I don't know. I shouldn't open this shit up now because it might fuck the recording up. But like, I have all the Dragon Ball Z skins. I got some decent skins.
Dude, I got Goku's. I have mainly like Star Wars skins because I have to. Dude, like Luke was on the shop like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, I was so tempted, but I didn't do it.
It'd be a little pricey sometimes, dude. I wanted to get the. You know who fucked me up, bro? The Ninja Turtles. I wanted to get the Ninja Turtle so bad, but like...
Did you get them?
No. To get all of them is like a lot, dog. It's like $40 probably. Oh, damn, dude. Because you have to buy like each separate individual. Ones. Yeah.
Dude, apparently there's like people on Discord that sell like V-Bucks for like mad cheap. My little brother's girlfriend was like telling me about it. Like, oh yeah, I got like... I forgot. It was like a crazy amount of V-Bucks for like a cheap price. I was like...
That's pretty dope, bro.
I didn't know.
I'd be tempted. I'd be low-key. Like, I wait till I get paid, bro. I'm like...
It's marketing, man. They know what they're doing. Oh, yeah. They'd be tempting you. They just, like, put it there.
The collabs are getting crazier and crazier, too.
The what?
The collabs.
Yeah. Lady Gaga threw me off. I was
Lady Gaga. I think they had The Weeknd. No,
The Weeknd was on there, too.
I wanted the Travis Scott one, but I barely started playing Fortnite, like, in 2021. Mm-hmm. I barely got it, dog.
I've been playing with my brothers. Yeah. But sometimes I've been like doing it alone, but like whenever I was in Seattle, like that's one of the ways we like stay connected. Like we played Fortnite. I was like, all right. So it's like a little bit nostalgic, like thinking about it.
I kind of like playing alone, to be honest with you. Yeah. But sometimes when I go online, I'll get like notifications like or invites, and I'm like, shit. I kind of wish I could just play this like and grind out for a little bit. I do want to like. I feel like that's how you get like the accomplishments and shit.
It's a loophole, man. Sometimes you could get sit down like, oh shit, it's already like I've been on here for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah. And then you go out on a loss, bro. Oof. The worst.
It's the worst, dude. Your heart be beating fast, like no damn. He's like, dude, I'm literally playing a video game, and like it's fucking up my health.
My friend Fernando takes that shit. He takes that shit super seriously, bro. I remember one time, because when I first started in YouTube, I would kind of stream sometimes, and it'd be like a couple people on there. But like, I remember we did it, and I totally like I fucked up, bro. I was supposed to clutch it up, and I did not clutch it up. I totally like died immediately.
The nerves get to you sometimes, man.
He's like, man. He started giving me shit. He's like, I'm fucking glad you're not streaming, bro. He's like, that was bad, bro. He's like, that was fucking bad. I'm like, shit.
Missing all your shots and everything.
Man, I had like a shotgun, and like the whole time he wanted me to use like a fucking rifle or some shit, or like an AK. He's like, I told you use automatic. And I was like, dude, I got nervous, bro. I was like, it got me. I don't know what to tell you.
I like, whenever I play shit like that, I'll be like trying to challenge myself. So I'll be like trying to get snipes and like clips. I'm like, okay. That's where it gets like a little messy on my side because I really get into it. Like, dude, I need to get like a clip. But
do you have like a preferred game mode, like trios?
Probably solos. Duos. Or like if I'm playing with my brother, it'll be a duo. Or if I'm playing with both of them, then like a trio. I'm like, all right, cool.
This squad's squads gets crazy, dog. There's so many people.
Yeah, my little brother has this friend Alex that we played squads before. Dude, this guy just. Man, I just love playing because of the shit he says. Like, he just hit us with that be saying, like, some of the funniest things. It was like, oh my God.
That's why I'm with Mario and them, because, like, I know that if I stream with them, it'll be funny, but like I'll probably get in a lot of trouble because I'd be saying some funny shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm low key. Because you feel like it feels good. Like I feel like I could just be myself, but I'm like, oh shit, I can't like really like say some off the wall shit because I don't want to get us canceled. No,
I'll cut some shit out, man. If you need me to cut some,
yeah, I'll probably, dude. If I bust out like the fucking like the old redneck voice, like
yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Sometimes I'll be saying some head ass shit. Me and my little brother, because my little brother works at Geek Squad.
Okay.
And he always like, oh yeah, man, dude. Like today, like we had this guy. And he was like, just he came in, talked like this, like, hey, I have a Hewlett Packard printer there. I need to get fixed. And like, dude, we're just like go on a tangent, and then it was just like the voice just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and then oh man, we've been doing some like really disgusting voices, but it's fun, man.
My brother, who you met, is a voice actor. That's funny you said that.
Really?
He's a legit voice actor, man.
That's why I be telling my little brother, I was like, dude, you should be a voice actor.
Yeah,
like
for
you. Sure. He doesn't believe it, but like, dude, you're actually like really good, and
I like it. I like it because he does believe it. Like he's super into like he'll get like a lot of shit. Like if you see his closet, it's all like he has like foam padding there. Like
no, he gets it. Like
he's really into it, yeah. Dude, and honestly, the mic that one and this one are like his old mics. He gave me those like as gifts to like pursue me to like you should start the podcast.
Nice. Do you think like did seeing the mics like kind of like interest you, or did you already have like the idea I want to start a podcast, or because he gave them to you like, oh, maybe I could like use them?
So I definitely had the idea like for a minute now. I had the idea to do the podcast, but once he gave me the actual tools, I was like, well, fuck, I have no excuse now. Like I have to do this now.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like limiting me now. I just had to find like a Voice Meter Banana. Shout out to Voice Meter, and it's like a free recording program.
Nice.
But once I got that and this, especially this is like the biggest thing because I was like, fuck, I don't even use a mic. Like I used to game with like my headphones and shit like that with a little microphone on the side.
Like the AirPod ones.
Yeah, for sure. So I wouldn't even like use that shit. And he's just like, nah, man, these are my old mics. I'm not really using them. I'm trying to upgrade. He gave me this big motherfucker too, like on the bottom.
Nice.
But I've recorded with it sometimes, but I gotta work it out a little bit because sometimes there's like an echoey kind of feel to it. But once he gave me the tools, it definitely like had me lock in. I was just like, all right, this is like, there's no more excuses now. I have nothing else. And then from there, I messaged Nikki, and Nikki was the first person. He's the first guest, which is our original connection is through our boy Nikki.
Yeah, shout out Nikki.
Shout out Nikki, who had like a really good show on Friday.
Crazy show, man.
Crazy,
they just keep getting better and better. Like, dude, shout out Diptera.
Shout out Diptera. Pretty packed room, if I do say so myself, bro. Pretty packed room. Nice.
It's good to see just like a lot of people supporting your friends. So it's a good feeling, right?
I like the upstairs, man, at White Oak. It's real chill.
Yeah, man. It had been like, I've been there once, like maybe 9 years ago. So
oh, really?
It was good to step in that place again.
Hell yeah. Well, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it, that you just kind of moved back to the city. How long were you in Seattle?
From August 2017 till I got back Thanksgiving.
Last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2017 till Thanksgiving 2023.
Ooh, that's a minute.
Yeah.
That's a minute, bro.
I miss it, man. I miss it so much. But, sometimes you just got to accept what life throws at you. And I feel like the bounce back sort of like one of the important compartments of one as a person. Because sometimes, like, you can kind of get lost in where you don't want to be. And, like, I don't know. I've seen myself like really fucking like get put down by like being somewhere I don't want to be, but instead of seeing it like as an opportunity to pursue what I want to be, and I feel like being back is like definitely making me also appreciate a lot of that I had not paid attention to while I was here, like the importance of family, like the importance that it is the connection to have with the family if you can, because not everybody's fortunate enough to have that. So if you can do anything about it, like I feel like it's always cool to, take initiation towards that. I guess I had like a health scare while I was up there. One of the biggest reasons that I came down here, and it really got me thinking. I was like, damn, like you really just be gone in like a matter of seconds.
Yeah, in a matter of seconds, like in an instant almost.
And man, I feel like with because of that, I took a trip to Mexico and got myself checked out, and I feel like it really scared my parents. So then there was a lot of conversations that we had because we drove to Mexico, and you're in a car with like these people, so like you have to talk.
Yeah,
and then I was able to have like those difficult conversations I always wanted to have with them. And yeah, man, that just like made me feel lighter as a person. But I don't know.
Are you allowed to say what the health issue was at all?
Yeah, I was just getting like, so I'm like a very anxious person, so sometimes I'd get like seizures or like really gnarly like panic attacks where like my body shuts down.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I got 2 gnarly ones up in Seattle. Luckily, one I got like as soon as I put up. I used to be like in this band, and as soon as I put up to band practice, like it happened. So then all my like bandmates came out. They were able to help me.
You were in the car, or were you?
Yeah, because like I felt weird. Like as soon as I pulled up, we lived like very close to where we would go practice at, and me and my roommate would drive up together. I'd give him a ride, and as soon as I pulled up, I was like, "Hey, dude, I think I need a minute. Like, go set up." And then I remember at one point I honked the horn, so like that's whenever like they were able to come out to me and help me. But yeah, that one was really scary.
Good on you for having the intuition to honk the horn. Goddamn.
Yeah, I was surprised I was able to do that. But that was glad that they were out there. Shout out all the boys. You know who you are.
Shout out, man. That shit's scary.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did you ever figure out what do you think it was? Just straight anxiety, stress?
Yeah, dude, it was just like a lot of stress and anxiety. At least with, like that's what because I want to go see a neurologist, and that's what they said. So then like put me on antidepressants and like started seeing like a psychiatrist to just like talk about like what was going on, and it helped. I guess just like the hardest part is like continuing to do that, because like sometimes I'd go into like episodes where like I don't want to like talk, or like I just want to be alone. I just want to be alone, and like I don't know, because it feels like it affects other people, so like I would just rather deal with it on myself. But luckily I've had like a lot of people in my life. Like I feel comfortable about talking it with you. So like things like this, man. Like
I
it
feel
helps.
like we know each other, man. Honestly, even though I don't know you like that, I feel like we have some kind of connection where like I've known you, like, especially through other people. So like you get the seal of approval for sure, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. No, yeah, that's when like I'm like, oh fuck, am I oversharing? Like, but it just feels so natural. It just feels so natural like to share that with you. And yeah, I always recommend that to people, and to you too, man. If you ever like sometimes feel like there's something that's bugging you, and even if you don't want people's advice and you just want to be heard to like let out those thoughts, I feel like you should just it's better to let it out than to keep it in, because I guess that's one of the big reasons I was like getting those episodes, just like holding in a lot of stuff and not being able to like share that. But I'm working through that, so it's like it's getting better.
I'm the same way, man. I definitely keep things to myself, and I know I shouldn't. But sometimes it does get the best of me, and I get worried that like, because for the most part during the week and shit, I'd like to consider myself like a calm person, but like I do know that like the times that I'm not calm, or like I let like my anger or like frustration get the better of me, I'm at like a 10, bro. Like it's like 0 to 100, where like, and in a way I look at it as like a kind of a not a good thing, but like my friends know and my family know that like I'm a pretty chill guy, so that like if they ever see me in a situation where I'm not chill or like freaking out or fucking mad, it's like they know that like it's for a reason. You know what I mean? It's not just me like having mood swings and shit like that. Like there's an example of like someone fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit like that. Like there's something that like a trigger. Like there's a reason for sure, which I see that as a good thing. But there's times where I'm just like, I'll get frustrated at work or shit like that. I'm just kind of like, and I do want to get like vent a little bit, you know? But most of the time I just kind of keep it to myself, man. Thankfully it's at work and shit, it's just kind of, I've gotten to the point where like I accept like, all right, I need to do this for money and to survive, and that's all it is, you know what I mean? I have no like more ambitions to like my job and shit like that.
Yeah. Like you're not really like trying to expand on the opportunities in the job.
Yeah,
no, I feel that, dude.
Not, yeah.
Because sometimes you don't. It's not a healthy place. Man.
Yeah, honestly, just because of the schedule and like what I'm making, like that's the only reason why I'm there. And it gives me like the free time to do shit that I actually want to do, like podcasting, YouTube, photography. Those are like the main like passions that I have. And I wanted to ask you about this because like I don't know about you, man, but I feel like I focus on the career aspect of my life more, to where I'm like, all right, I like with the YouTube shit, I know what I wanted, like milestones I want to hit. I do know like audience that I want to reach and shit like that. dates that I want to release stuff, photography sessions. Like I'm pretty focused on that. But when it comes to my personal life, dude, I don't even think about it, to be honest with you. I pay like, I don't pay it in any mind really. And I know that it's a mistake, but like, do you ever feel that way, or how do you view that?
Yeah, it's a good topic to talk about. Yeah, man, I feel like for the longest, I kind of did prioritize my job, like how you said, like without not really paying attention to my personal life. And to me, it eventually just caught up. It really caught up to me, and you have to find a good balance. There has to be a good balance. Like how you're saying, like sometimes you could go to 0 to 100 real quick. I relate to that. I've been like that as well, and you gotta find like different outlets, man. I feel like anything that really interests you, it's always good to just learn a little bit more. Like it never hurts, cause, dude, I feel like life finds a way to connect everything. Like there's a way that something is gonna be connected. I can't, like, for example, like a building. A building has symmetry, and then symmetry could be tied into mass. So there's like a connection between that, like with the building. And they're just like little things that you'll discover within like that exploration of yourself. And then sometimes you could take that and then apply it to other aspects of your life. For example, like the gym. I love the discipline that the gym gives me. Like, dude, when I'm there, like, oh man, I'm so tapped in. And whenever I think to myself, if I'm going through something that seems challenging at the time, I go to somewhere that feels familiar. So, all right, the gym feels familiar. What is it, like, the steps that I have to do to, like, because whenever you're doing like a heavy set or something, and like you really have to push yourself to do something that's like really challenging. All right, so then take that to like a real life scenario. All right, I'm going through a challenging time of my life. Like, what can I do? And you really start like kind of looking at different aspects to approach the situation. And you find those connections, like I said, through finding different things that you're passionate or just have interest about.
I completely agree with you, man.
Sorry if I rambled if I went off topic.
I definitely made the connection, especially we were talking about outside, me doing jiu-jitsu. And me doing jiu-jitsu, bro, totally, like, I love it. Like, it really, the main thing that I take away from it, that it helps me sleep. Because, like, sometimes I feel like I have, like, a lot of energy and I'm just laying in bed, like, wide awake, you know?
Talking my language.
So I would go to jiu-jitsu, and I don't really mind, like, if I'm not doing shit, I'll take, like, a 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. class and, like, kind of burn that energy out, and then kind of come home and be like, damn, I put in, like, yeah, I went to work, but, like, I had more energy to burn, and, like, I actually put in work. And I know that, like, sparring and shit like that, like, I, like, burned a lot of calories. Like, I'm tired, you know what I mean? So I'd go outside, step out a little bit, take a shower, then, like, just relax the rest of the night, and I'll sleep like a baby. And I do find that, like, the days that I don't go, I'll be up, bro, and my sleep schedule will be all over the place. I'm like less, like, disciplined with, like, fasting. Sometimes I fast and shit. I'm like, damn. But what you were saying with, like, how the connections are made, I remember one time we were sparring, and I hadn't been to the gym in like 2 weeks, and we're doing like takedowns and shit like that, and they're like, and I came from wrestling, so I'm pretty good at takedowns. So, like, yeah, I kind of fucked myself because I was taking people down, and I thought that, like, all right, I take them down and then I go out. Yeah. And my coach was like, nah, you stay in until they take you down. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, I'm a wrestler. Like, they're not taking me down. Like, no way. And, like, I was there, bro. I was gassing the fuck out. I was like super out of shape. And, like, we started doing another drill, and I remember, like...
You have fun doing that, though?
It's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I honestly, I kind of prefer it than, like, to lifting weights and shit like that. To me, that's more, like... I guess it's more hands-on, maybe? I don't know. But I enjoy it more. But we were doing different position drills, and, like, I would kind of, like, give up a certain position and be like, all right, I could get out of it. And my coach was like, she's like, you accept the position too much. Like, you're accepting too much of that position. You need to, like, move around and, like, do other shit. And I took that in my life, like, damn, am I, like, too accepting of things? Like, in my actual, like, real personal life?
Like, you were, like, I guess, getting too comfortable with just, like, because you say you love wrestling, so, like, you were just, like, too comfortable with wrestling? Like, were you not really trying
so,
to
like, someone was, like, there were, like, takedowns and stuff like that. It was me trying to escape. Okay, but, like, the real objective was me, like, not even being taken down, you know what I mean? Like, I should not have gotten taken down at all. But I was tired, and I was like, fuck it. And she, like, noticed that I was, like, saying, like, she could see, like, my body language. I was like, all right, fuck it. You took me down, but I'll escape. And she just kind of told me, like, yo, you're too accepting of the position. Don't accept the position. Like, you got to, like, keep moving and, like, like roll around, or you got to get up. Like you have to like have urgency. And I was like, fuck, dude.
They kind of just like struck a chord with you. You're like, damn, like, am I doing that with other things in my life?
And I'm like, damn, am I too accepting with like things that I'm doing in my life?
That's crazy.
And it blew my mind. And I remember just being like, what? It was kind of like hits blunt kind of moment where I was like, what? But reality, it was some real shit. I was like, damn, coach, okay. Like, I see you dropping some like little gems on me. I remember like driving home the whole time and being like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, damn, she kind of turned me out right there.
Was this like, how old was this person?
Damn, Jessica, she's like 32, 30 something. Definitely over 30.
Yeah. Dude, there'd be some people that'd be like hella young and they just like have like this energy about them that just seem like they've lived life before. I don't know if you ever felt like that.
Yeah, for sure. I saw an interview with, I forgot his name. He's like the main dude from Dune, Timothy, I think, or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck his name is. But he did an interview and he was talking about like, what advice would you give to somebody or some shit like that. And he hit me with a crazy response. He's just like, once you realize that life isn't coming out of you, oh, what the fuck? I got fucked it up. But he's like, once you realize that like life isn't coming at you, you're the one that's like coming at life. He's like, then you're like, shit'll change. And I was like, whoa. I was like, that's kind of crazy that like, once you realize that life comes at like, it's not coming at you. Like when the bad shit happens, like that's you, like you're the life coming to, I don't know if I'm fucking up the verbiage, but that's kind of what it was.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
That the life is coming out of you. Like you're like the reason behind the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're actual, like the force. You're not, there's not a force behind like people fucking with you. You're the force. You're able to control it is basically what he was trying to say.
That kind of reminds me of, so for a little bit, I was kind of like trying to get a little deeper into like the Aztecs and like Mayan culture and stuff that. And then I was looking at, what was it? It was something that was talking about soccer and like the deeper meaning behind it. I don't know how true it is. It was this like philosopher from some university in Mexico. It was like this YouTube clip that had like barely any views. I'll try to find it and I'll send it to you. Okay. But it's talking about like the Navioli, which is like that little Aztec symbol like that represents like the four seasons, the four like what is it? Four seasons. I can't remember what it was, but I'll show it to you. And then one of the things that it talks about is like soccer. So it's like the objective of the game is obviously to like score, right? Get a goal. But it's like two opposing opponents, and how soccer life signifies life because it's like the ball is life, and it takes two willing people to, you know, make like the ball move and give it life. And like the thing is, like, even if they're trying to go against each other, it's like they're still in that agreement that the dance of life requires like, you know, two people to be engaged in and give it motive and like make the ball move. Basically, it's something like that. It was like really beautiful, and I'm probably like butchering the hell out of it, but it was something amongst those lines, and I think you're really appreciative because it sounds a lot.
That sounds awesome, man. I like the philosophy.
It's in Spanish,
like
though, so.
Oh, that's cool. That's even better. Little culture,
right? About the Navioli, and I was like, I don't want to just get something like blindly, and I want to know a little bit more about it. Then I was just like looking at random YouTube videos, and I came across that one, and man, that dude described it so beautifully, dude. That it got me thinking just about like life. Like I'm lifting, and because I listen to like podcasts when I'm listening, so. That's how I've listened to like some of like yours, like with Nikki and stuff. Oh yeah, man! You had him on like what 3 times? I think it was like 2 individuals and then one with like these 2 chicks.
Yeah, with Vanessa and Irma. Shout out. But yeah, we did like some game and shit like that. We were like we were pretty drunk for that one. I'm not lying to you, but it was a good time. But yeah, I think Nikki's has had like the most appearances. He was number 1. He was like number 30, I think. I usually have him like at either the end of the year or the beginning of the year. So we kind of like have done it that way. And I think whenever his album was coming, or his EP was coming out, I had him on, and kind of like we broke down some shit, some aspects of the thing. Yeah, that guy, super talented, man. Goddamn, dude, super talented. Nikki, yeah, that guy's insane. He low key kind of got me into photography. Low key, we were both in yearbook and shit. Yeah, you mentioned that twice on I can't remember like what podcast exactly, but that's how I found out. A little bit with Karen. You did, and then I think you talked about it with somebody else. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Nikki too. But yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, we were fucking off in like for yearbook class for like the yearbook period that we had. That we would just like had these passes, and we would have to go around the school taking photos and stuff. But I mean, towards the end of the year, we just kind of like fucked off and like we're just like going to the taco stand and shit. It was like pretty chill.
That was crazy, dude. How'd you enjoy that? Like,
it was nice, man. It was real cool. Like it was
cool.
The only thing that wasn't cool was that like our photography teacher, or not even the yearbook teacher. I think her name is Miss Marte. I don't want to fuck that up. I think it was that. But anyway, she got pregnant, or she was pregnant like at the beginning of the school year.
mm-hmm.
So she totally dipped like halfway through, and like we all fucked off in that class. Like we weren't doing anything.
So which I have like a substitute teacher.
We had a sub, and like no one did anything towards yearbook in that class. It was literally a free fuck off period that we didn't do shit until she got back, and she's like, I know you guys didn't do jack shit. We got to put in work. And like we started going hard, and like people did their parts. But like I remember one Saturday, like she was like, fuck it, if you guys come in Saturday, we'll give you, I think she gave us like food or something. That's but nice. Like we worked from like 8 to like 2, and then like the yearbook was due like the next day, and we had to submit it like the day before. Yeah, I was fucking stressed, bro. I was like, I had the photos and shit, but I was just like, yo, like we're missing like a lot of pages, bro. Like, we're missing a lot of fucking pages.
You put it off though, huh?
Yeah. We all put it off. It was a whole class, and everyone just fucked off.
Damn. Well, at least you had like all the photos and stuff. It was just like a matter of
it was cool. It was more of like just fucking adding little shit. Fun. It was fun. It was fun. But at the time, I was like stressed. I was like, whoa, I don't know what's gonna happen. Because like at the same time, I'm also a senior, so I'm like, I want the yearbook to look good. You know what I mean?
True. And you were doing that with Nikki, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and Nikki.
Damn, dude. And then like it just kind of like sparked from there. You're like passion for is that how you discovered it, or like were you interested in it before?
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of once I started seeing him, because he always used to have his camera around like when we were in high school, and I was like, fuck, I wish I had a camera. And I would use either my friends, or I would use like, I don't know if I had a school one, but they had a camera there that I could use, because that's how I got some of my photos. And then from there, like after graduation, I didn't really fuck with it as much, but I would always use like my old Samsung like Galaxy to like edit photos on and take photos with of like flowers or other stuff. And they look cool. Even looking back on them now, I'm like, damn, these was like some decent photos for like what I had. Right. And I'll just edit the fuck out of them all over like different apps. And I did that from like 2017 to like 2020. And then during COVID, I was telling Karen that like I kept working, so I had extra cash from like the stimulus and shit. I was like, man, fuck it, dude. I always wanted to do this. Let me just get like a camera. So I got like a Sony RX100, which is like a point and shoot kind of thing, which is fucking expensive as fuck, bro. Some of them are like really expensive.
How much did you pay for it, if you don't mind me asking?
I got like the Mark IV. I think now they're up to like Mark 9 or some shit like that. Yeah, I think that's what I seen. And the Mark 9s are like $1,400, bro. It's fucking expensive. But I think I paid mine like $7. I think mine was like $700, $699 and shit. That's nice. It wasn't too bad, but it fucking like got fucked up. But like 2020 was definitely the year where like I just kept taking photos. It was a little point and shoot. I could take it to concerts. I could take it like anywhere really. I would always have it on me.
Nice. Did you have like a certain moment where like, I guess you like took a picture and like you're like, damn, like I really really enjoy this?
It would be, yeah.
Is there any like pictures that come to mind?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. I was going to tell you this outside, but we ended up taking like the trip to like Colorado, then Utah, Idaho, and all that shit. We kind of drove like a little road trip. I took some really nice photos in Utah, and really nice photos.
Utah's so pretty, dude.
It was so fucking nice, man. It was so nice, and I don't know. I got a lot of love from the like people like that followed me at the time, and they were just like, man, you take some really good photos. And I like would always be the guy that had like a camera, and I was like, fuck, like. It feels good to like it felt like fulfilling, you know what I mean, to like do something and then put like a good amount of effort in it, and then like seeing it get like, I don't know, it was like a whole system that I like enjoyed. And even now, that's kind of what I do now. That's really what I do it for, and stuff like that. Just kind of like seeing who connects to the photos, and like like you show love to them, other people show love, other photographers show me love, and like, man, it's awesome. It seems like super like connected. It's funny because like you're a photographer, I'm a photographer. We met my boy Felix, who's a photographer. Karen's a photographer. It's like, damn, like
it's fun, man.
Even Nikki dabbles a little bit with like film and stuff. He has
a film camera. Yeah, dude. Just photography is so much fun.
It's nice. Huh?
I love that stuff. Like,
you know what? I also enjoy the high quality of it.
Yeah,
that it looks different than other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I do like that. Like your photos look different than like my photos. My photos look different than Felix's.
The styles, man.
That, but also we're all like, especially with the Sigma, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, this like the quality,
nice lens,
the quality is like, I love when like I see your shit and it's like, ooh, it's crisp. Like this is like
Thanks,
this
man.
is A1
Appreciate
shit. You know what I mean? So
Thanks,
like
man.
just seeing that, I'm like, your posts look way different than like some of my friends' posts, and that's cool because like they're not photographers, but like I liked seeing that difference, of being like, ooh, okay, this is like a professionally shot photo.
Thanks, man. No, yeah. So one thing that I really do enjoy about your photography is like, I love how you love getting experimental. You love experimenting a lot. I feel like hold on to that, man. Just keep experimenting. I feel like that's something I wish I would done a little bit more whenever I first started. But dude, especially like now that you have a different lens, dude, like you're just gonna keep experimenting. You're gonna like run into different things that are like, oh, I couldn't do that with this lens, dude. It just like that kind of snowballs into like this whole different thing of just like discovering all these different things. And man, I'm excited for you to go on that journey, man. I'm really like, I see how you're actually passionate about it and you care a lot about like not only the photograph but like the experiences that are attached to those photographs. That's a really beautiful thing to have with photography. Oh man, I attach so many feelings to like these photos.
Yeah.
Like, oh dude, yeah. Also, man, print out your photos, dude.
You're right.
I highly recommend you printing. I have like a big stack of just like my prints, and I don't show people. But
That's incredible.
I just like looking at my stuff, man. It's like it's different when you hold a picture. Actually, yesterday, dude. So remember how I was telling you about that boy Phil?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
One time.
The Russian guy? Is that the Russian guy?
Yeah, one time we went to these ice caves in Washington.
Holy shit.
And when we got there, the bridge was like, it was broken. The bridge crossed like this river, and we saw some kids, and they're like, oh, like you guys should be fine. Y'all could probably like cross the river. I think it was like 28 degrees that day.
Damn.
Dude, it was so cold.
So you're gloved up then. You got gloves,
We
layers.
went so unprepared. That's the thing. No? I'm telling you, like me and Phil are so fucking like, dude, you give us 2 cameras, I'm telling you, I hope we make it home today. And it was like, oh man, I love that though, because like we were gonna get some really cool photos and just like really explore and just like it feels like being kids, just like exploring something. So we crossed this river, dude. The water like reached us, and there's like a whole documentary that we like shot. Like it's not a documentary, but kind of like that's how I'll show you it.
Like not a vlog, but you know something
exactly.
like that.
And the water reached up to like our waist, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, that water was so fucking cold. It was so cold. I can imagine.
Jesus Christ.
As soon as we crossed, I'm like, oh my god, like what are we getting into? Because off the rip, we're gonna have to cross it back. Like there's no way around. I believe the hike is like 1.2 miles.
Okay. Is it like going up?
It's very mild. For the most part, it's flat. I think it actually even goes down, if I'm not mistaken. Because you get into this base of like this glacier, and there's like this giant hole, and then if you go inside, there's like this beautiful waterfall. It's so sketchy going in there, dude. People die from like ice collapsing all the time. Yeah, it's wild. But man, the whole time I was in there, it's like you have like this very eerie feeling, but you get to see something not many people get to see, and that just like, I don't know, dude. Sometimes I feel like it might sound crazy that certain places have their own energy, and I don't know. I like sitting there and just like taking it in for as long as I can.
I agree with you, man.
That place definitely had that, and so anyways, like I'm sorry, I'm like rambling. We like are sitting there, just taking photos. Snow's like up to like here. We're starting to get hypothermia. We're starting to feel really drunk, dude. I've never even experienced that in my life. I'm like, dude, why do I feel like I just took like 4 shots? And I'm like, oh my god.
You hadn't though.
No. It's just like I guess that's how our body was reacting towards like the cold, because we were out there for a minute, dude, and we were like not prepared. We were wearing I was wearing pants like this.
Fuck.
And like knee-high snow, and just sitting there. And then I was like, dude, we gotta go, because like I'm not starting to feel well. And then like on the way back, it's like, oh my god, just please just stay alive. Like on the way back, and then once we got to the river, dude, I was like, all right, like once we cross this, we have access to the car, like just a short walk, and we crossed the river, man, back again, and oh my god, it was so painful. Like the ice just felt like it burned, like really bad.
Did you ever get like I used to have like ice burn one time. I was trying to like heal up, and I put a ice pack by accident without like a cloth over it, and it did burn my skin.
Really? No, I don't think I went through that.
I fell asleep, bro. Like I had the shit like wrapped, but it was just like the pack to my skin, no in between fabric. So I like woke up and I was like, what the fuck? And I took it off and like my skin, bro, it felt so stiff.
Yeah.
Like I was like almost died, bro. It was stiff. I was like, what the fuck? So I ran to the restroom and put like warm water over it, and it eventually got loosened up.
Feel better?
Yeah. It felt better, but I definitely had like a burn on there, and it kind of went away now. But I was like, shit. At the time, I was like, what the fuck? Like that was pretty dangerous. Like I never really like would even think that would be a dangerous thing, but it was.
Ice burns go out, especially with like dry ice, right? I think it's easier to get a burn. No, I don't think we got burned. I think it was just like, it just felt like we were just, I don't know, around ice a lot. It was gnarly, dude. I would never do that. I'd probably do that again. Low key. It was fun. Just like
that sounds
the
crazy.
adrenaline of it.
Well, when we went to dude, we have a similar story. I went to, like I said, Utah, and we went to like the arches. You know what I'm talking about? Like the delicate arches, those like giant mountain kind of.
I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Those like rocky things. So we went there and we did a hike, and again, super unprepared. Like it was me, Miguel, our friend Fernando, and my friend Brittany.
And it was Bryce Canyon, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think so, some shit like that. It was huge, bro. The elevation was crazy. So like we literally broke all the rules. They were like, all right, don't do the hike between like 1 to 5 p.m. That's when it's hot as fuck. They're like, bring like multiple liters of water. We had all bottled like this. And what else? What else was it? It was like another fucking rule that we totally broke. And like me and Fern had like chiefed up before. So like I got cotton mouth. I'm fucking feeling terrible. And like halfway through, we're walking up. In the beginning, I'm doing good.
This sounds so horrible,
dude. I stopped and I was like, yo, I need to sit down right now, bro. We're like going up like a big ass thing. He's like, all right, cool. And he was fine. And I'm like, he's like, damn, do you want to start like heading back, bro? I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
How long?
Like, I don't even know if I could do that
at this point.
Ooh, we were out there for like 45 minutes. By the time I felt shitty. By the time I felt really shitty. And I was like, yo, I need to chill. And Brittany also felt bad. So like all of us kind of like sat down, and we also met up with other people, and they were like giving us like water and shit. And then like eventually I completed the hike and I felt good. Even like on the way back, I was like jogging down and shit like that. Like I like recharged my batteries.
So it was a decline on the way back? Mm-hmm. Jogging is fun, huh?
Yes.
I love that shit.
It's awesome. It's so awesome. Fun. I felt bad because my friend Brittany was like she felt fucked up, like way worse on the way back. We had to like hold her up because she was so dehydrated, bro. We were all dehydrated. I have photos that I took, like selfies, and it looks cool, but like my fucking lips are cracked. I have boogers and shit. Dude, I have boogers and shit. I was like, what the fuck? But like the view is insane. Right. I could show you some videos after.
Yeah,
and,
please do, man. I'm so curious.
It's fucking scary. Cause like there's no guardrail, bro. Like we went over and like I was like, damn, dude, if I just take like a wrong step, I'm totally dead. Like I'm dying. There's no way I'm gonna survive that fall. And just having that right there, like you said, is eerie, isn't it? It's like what the fuck? We looked up cases. Apparently, like unfortunately, an old couple had died like 4 or 5 years before.
They fell off.
Yeah. That fell off, but dude, some people are just built for it. I saw some fucking families that like had their babies like on their heads and like not on their heads but like attached to them, and they were just kind of like hovering and shit or like on backpacks. And I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like a fucking baby is like doing this hike right now. It was so fucking hot, bro.
Wild, man. Yeah, I've seen some people that just like blow my mind up on trails. Like this mom that had like 3 dogs and carrying 2 babies, one in the front, one in the back, and she's just like jogging down.
Yeah,
moms are super
mom
fucking humans. Hey, shout out moms.
You're wild, I grew up with a single mom, so shout out until Nick, my brother was born. So I had like 7 years of that shit, so it was cool.
Nice. Dude, so would you say like that's, I guess like, would you put that in like top 10, top 5 experiences of your life?
Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Damn, I never really would like rank them, but it's it'd definitely be top 10. Yeah, seeing that shit was fucking crazy, dog. Seeing that whole trip really was like really nice, but seeing that specifically and like going through that, I felt bad, bro. And like, here's the thing too, like your phone, no signal, SOS. Like you're fucked. I
love
bro.
that.
Yeah,
I love that.
You're fucked, bro. You're fucked. So like, if on the off chance some shit does happen, you're really fucked.
Especially out there, man. You guys, you said you did between 1 to 5 when the sun's like
we had
right
to do it. We had to
you.
do it at like 3 o'clock, I think, or 2:30.
That must have been rough.
It was rough. But that little break helped me out. Like after that break, I was straight. But like up until that, dude, I felt so fucking bad. I remember like sitting down, stretching my legs out, and looking at other people going. I'm like, you guys are going to hell. Like you guys are like walking to fucking fire right now. What's wrong with you? And people just fucking thugged it out. We thugged it out. It was cool, but I just remember being so fucking. I had to be like super high or like dehydrated. I don't know what it was, but
Probably a little bit of both.
probably a little bit of both, dude. I just felt fucked up. I was like, damn, this is like. Then I started thinking in my head, like, dude, if I die, what? Like, I need to send a text. I need to like do something before I die. Like, on the off chance this shit is like is the end.
Dude.
And I don't know. It just makes you think different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whenever you're like that close to death. I mean, granted, I don't know how close to death I was, but like just the idea of it was in my head. Like, I was really thinking about like everything being over. And like, I think everyone gets depressed and shit. And like, I don't know about you, man, but like, I definitely had like times where I was like, I've had enough. I totally wish that like this life was like over. You know what I mean? Like when I was super, super down.
Oh man, yeah.
So it totally made me think like, dude, I have a lot to live. I got way more years to like experience this shit. I definitely don't want it to be over right now. You know what I mean? And after that, I kind of started changing around where like, yeah, I get down sometimes, man, but I never have gone back to that point of like suicidal thoughts and shit like that. Or,
that's good, man.
I haven't had that in like a very, very long time. And now I feel like pretty comfortable, honestly. I feel like my life is at a good point where like I don't feel bad. Like I said, most of the time I'm just kind of chill and calm, and like I'm really just laughing most of the time, honestly. Yeah. I just feel like life is funny when life is like better with like some humor in it.
1000% agree. I'll be trying to like, it's hard for me like not to overthink. So like if I get a bad thought, sometimes like I'll like put in a lot of thought into it and then like I'll down myself. But man, I love to laugh, dude. Like I do you watch Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Dude, today's Monday, right?
I think it is Monday.
Oh shit,
there's a new episode.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what
Kill
I'm doing
Tony,
later.
dude?
Yeah, dude. I love I love watching stand-up comedy. It's so fun to me. Like,
who's your favorite? Who are some of your favorites?
Let's see. I really like, what was his name? That new dude that's taking Hans Kim's place right now. He's like very like energetic and like always like walking back. What's his name? Oh, dude, I can't remember. I'm horrible with names, by the way. But anything that has a name, dude. Oh man, like there's some albums that I love to death. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name of the songs, but like.
How are you with lyrics though? Do you get the lyrics down? No.
Barely.
I got you.
I mean, I listen to like the beat and like what's going on in the background.
Sometimes I fuck up the lyrics and then I won't realize it till like later on where I'm like, I was saying that shit wrong the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be like, dude, most likely I don't know the lyrics. So the songs that I think I know the lyrics to, I probably don't.
I do want to talk to you about music later, but yeah, we can go back to it. But holy shit, that was crazy.
Although like sometimes whenever I work on music videos or like little stuff like that, I've had it to where like I have to write out the or I'll have them send me like the lyrics, so then I have to like paste them as like captions as like the video progresses. So sometimes like that I will have like songs memorized, like especially like if a friend sends me a song like that I'm gonna be working on, then it's easier for me to remember that because I'm gonna be working on it and just like with just a repetition.
You know that you have to hit certain beats.
Exactly.
Like,
and just the repetition of like going back. I don't know, dude. I'm so like I hate how much of I know perfectionism like it's a really bad thing to experience sometimes. Mm-hmm. But I always go through it like I'm like, oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And then just by doing that, I'll like go back to the video like a lot of times to where like I subconsciously pick up the lyrics and then I memorize them. Mm-hmm. I caught myself doing that before.
Dude, going back to the photography thing a little bit, I do this thing where like it's not even a thing that I do, but like I want to ask your opinion on this. Like I totally
I'd love to hear it.
I take more enjoyment out of doing like kind of like street photography or like sporadic photos. You know what I mean? Way more than I do like a fucking graduation photo. Nothing against those, and like they pay the bills for sure, but like I kind of know what they want, so I can't really, like you said, experiment. So I know that like the colors have to be this. It's just like this fucking photo just heightened a little bit. Mm-hmm. Where it's like with the photos like of Diptera or the photos I take of like my homies, like bro, I fuck around like a lot. Like I have multiple versions of each one. Like
you feel like that?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, dude. Do you ever feel that way? That like the kind of jobby more photo sessions that you have are kind of like less creative, or what do you think?
So around the beginning of COVID, dude, that's when like really my photography like really kicked off.
Same. All of us.
Right?
Me,
it was
you,
a
and Karen,
really weird time. I started doing work for like these 2 agencies, and I think like one of the beautiful things about life is like discovering things about yourself. So like me, I've always been very anti like social. I've been like anxious and stuff like that. So I knew I needed to be able to communicate with people and like not make them feel nervous. Like you have to like, especially with photography, dude. Like you gotta make people feel comfortable. That's something
you gotta get loose a little bit.
Something that I oversaw in the beginning. At first, like, oh, I have a nice camera, I have a nice lens, like the pictures look cool. Just because the background's blurry, is like, dude, but like, look at the expressions, like they're not looking comfortable. Like all this stuff, like started to click. So with that agency, dude, I've shot like close to 600 families with them.
Jeez.
And one thing that I discovered through that, and thankfully with through photography too, man, is you get a different taste of families. Like you get a different example of how family operates. And that's something that like really fascinated me. Like I was telling you earlier, like I'm the oldest on my family on both sides, except my dad's side because I have an older cousin that's a girl. So like with being around kids, I've always just like had that in me. Like I'm good with kids.
The parental.
Exactly. So like something that I saw that I discovered about myself with shooting for a lot of families and like couples, like different examples of love. That's something that always like interested me. Like what is love, or like what is, because I don't feel like it's just one thing. I feel like everyone has like their version of love. And I know for the most part, like 9 times out of 10, like you can find love. I guess not. Like half the time you can find it at the household, and half the time you can't. And that was really fascinating to me, just like seeing how family works, like what I want a family to look like. Because eventually I do want to have my family.
I was gonna ask you that later.
Yeah, no, like I would love to have like kids. I love to have like a wife. Like I that's something that I want. Like I think it's a beautiful thing.
My homeboy Jesse just found out that he's a dad today, I think.
Really?
So he let us know at work, and I was like,
cool.
what? Shout out to Jesse, shout out to Kayla.
Hey, shout out, Dad.
I don't know what if it's gonna be a boy or girl, but shout out to the future little Marquez baby. But yeah, he told me that shit. I was so hyped, bro. Right? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like, you're pregnant? And she's just like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, that is fucking sick.
It's like, exciting.
It's awesome, man. It's a change. There's gonna be a major change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like it. I like seeing people go through major changes, positive ones. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I guess to like answer your question, I love really like you can learn so much from photography, like different aspects of photography, dude. Like that's one thing that family portraits showed me, is like what a family is, what I'd like a family to be. Because sometimes, man, dude, it's so heartbreaking. Like sometimes I do get attached to these kids, like, because I like to play with them, like, because whenever you tell them to just like pose, like some kids are very good with directions, and like, hey, pose and like give me a nice smile, and dude, they'll fucking kill it
right away.
And then some kids are so like timid, and like I see those kids, and then it reminds me of myself, because I always wanted to be outspoken, but I just never knew how, dude. Like I've struggled with like expressing myself like always throughout my life, and I still do to this day, but I feel like I'm better. But I see that, and like I look at myself, and that's whenever like to me like that instant kids is like, oh, I'm gonna like I want to make you feel comfortable. And then sometimes like it's the parents too, like they'll be like, oh man, dude, that's what I was saying, like it's heartbreaking. Yeah, dude, it's heartbreaking. Like sometimes when like you meet like this really sweet kid, and the parents are just like, oh, why are you doing that? You look so weird. Or like, oh, you look disgusting. And it's just like putting them down. And I'm just like,
yeah, it's dude. Just like immediately.
Just even talking about it, dude, makes me feel so like, oh, I get so like enraged, because like, oh, dude, that hits home so hard.
And you're doing the job. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fucking.
I always have to like. I think one of my good qualities. Like I'm a good mediator, and I don't like to escalate things, because like it's no point in like getting hurt for like some dumb shit. But also like, you can't just like let someone like trample you down. So I'm like, hey, like, sorry, like, just let me do my job. Like, it's okay. Like, oh, he didn't mean to do that. Like, I'll try to, just make things easy between like the parents and the kids. Oh, it's alright. Yeah, like, oh yeah, like don't worry about it. Or like things will happen. Dude, I've had like kids that immediately get dirty. Like, because over there in Seattle, like it rains a lot. Sometimes people want to like dress nice, and it starts raining, and the kids want to be kids. And like, kids are gonna play.
Splash and puddles and shit.
And like sometimes like they'll get really upset, and if you yell at a kid, it's gonna show in the photo. So like, I take pride in like having like good photos, like something that you look at and like, oh, like just think back or like on the memories of what it was. Because also I'm not just gonna have you like do poses. Like I'm gonna make you guys interact with each other. Or like one of the good ones I always like to do, and I always get like really good photos. like just tell a couple or like a family, like if you're doing just like pictures of, I guess more than two people, hey, just look at each other, like think about like the funniest memory you have like together. Dude, their brain just starts like
oh, it
like,
lights
and they
up,
just, they light up, and oh my god, you always like get beautiful candid smiles, dude. Man.
That's smart.
And like I love prompting people to do things like, hey, like don't just like maybe like walk from here to there, or like I'll tell the girl like, hey, like you're trying to get away and like he's trying to get you, like you have to try to get it, and like they'll start like playing around and like, oh dude, it's just like,
that's fucking sick, man.
Yeah, man. So highly recommend you trying this.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking take that. To be honest with you, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
But yeah, so like I like how photography showed me that, like, just seeing what a family was like.
I kind of learned. You learn like something.
I learned to like something. But my passion, dude, I love going off on like random adventures and like seeing what I find, and then.
You have really good like candid, like
thanks,
super candid like nature shots.
Thanks,
you know what I mean? That
appreciate
are fucking nice, dude.
I try to do it street too. Like so if I see like a person that seems interesting to me, or like, I love minimalism. Like I just think, I don't know. I guess I wasn't really materialistic at one point, but I guess I did lean a little bit more towards that side of life. And then whenever I moved up to Washington, dude, I was like, I want to get rid of all my things. So I just want to buy an RV and like live up there. So that's what I was doing on the way up here. I probably looked like a tweaker up there because I didn't know how many like RVs were up there too. Like once I got up there, I was like, holy crap! Like
you ain't selling candy either.
Right? I was like, I was dude, because whenever I first got up there, I was working at the Microsoft campus and I didn't have a lot where to put my RV. So I was like staying in like different areas, and I was like looking back, I'm like, damn, I probably look like those people that are just like
a squatter almost, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. But then I ended up finding like this really cool spot up in this area called Mukilteo, Washington, and yeah, man, I love minimalism and like street photography. Like that's one thing that I love to experiment with. Like either just like having one person that stands out like in a scene or something, or having like something that just stands out, something that whatever catches my attention, man, I'm gonna take a picture of it. And I really learned how to slow down with film. Like,
oh yeah,
because film, dude, like you're not gonna be able to look at it. Like sometimes there's pictures I take and I don't look at them for like 6-7 months.
Jeez, that's crazy. Now, are those more your personal photos,
dude,
or professional as well?
All the photos that I post, I'm like, I have to convince myself to post because like I don't know. Back in like 2012, I had a friend that had like this page called Cool Tattoos. And like she would shout me out whenever I would like help her like find a tattoo, and like dude, I lost myself in like the hype because I was like getting she had 1 million followers, so I ended up getting a lot of followers off of that, and like I was posting some like I don't know, it just felt like I was doing it more for like the attention, like it wasn't like really joining it, yeah. And looking back, I was like I did get some good pictures, but just the motive behind it wasn't like pure or genuine.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like,
did you feel that during that time period, or did you looking back, you were kind of like, that wasn't like.
What do you mean?
Like so in the moment, did you feel that like that it was disingenuine, or did you feel that more like as time passed?
As time passed, okay, exactly. Okay. No, yeah, because at the time I was like, oh, you're getting attention, so like, oh, it feels right. It kind of like tricked me. Well, I tricked myself, it didn't trick me. But yeah, like luckily it wasn't something that lasted too long.
Interesting.
I don't want to say this on camera, but I'll tell you what kind of like made me like realize I was doing that. Shout out psychedelics.
Shout out. That seems crazy.
Yeah.
I saw The Northman. You ever see that?
No.
You should watch that on fucking psychedelics. It's crazy. We put that on, bro. It's a movie about Vikings and shit. Brutal as fuck. It's a brutal film.
Karen was telling me, I was like, I'm really surprised how Caesar and like Mike and them like are really into like films. And I was like, dude, he was like, yeah, you've done movie reviews. Like I started clicking. I was like, yeah. That is true.
I love him, man. I need to like actually get on it. She's actually like, with her like just sending me trailers and shit, or like dates for movies. I'm kind of like, holy shit, like this is like I need to keep up with this more.
Yeah.
I just kind of fell off, man. I've been like, I really want like before the month's over, I'm gonna do like a Dune review. Cause I don't know if you've seen Dune 1 or 2, but fuck, they're really good.
They're good.
Dune 2.
What do you like about them?
Dune 2. Do you watch like Attack on Titan and shit? Oh, damn. It gave me like in Dune 2 at least, the main character gives me like a major like Eren Yeager kind of vibes, or like Have you ever seen the anime Akira, like the old animated movie?
Dude, I really don't watch TV like that.
It's like an old you probably seen like if I show you a picture of it, you'll probably recognize it.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with like I said, I'm horrible with names. It goes back like you show me something, I'm like okay.
But he had, at least to me, like I'm seeing certain traits of like those kind of characters like in him, which is like really interesting. And then the way the ending is like holy shit. There needs to be a part 3. But like I know it's gonna be like years before the part 3 comes out, which is kind of a bummer. But at the same time, I feel like it's a good length. I feel like it's kind of old school, you know. Like between Spider-Man 1 and 2, there was a time where Spider-Man 2 and 3, like it wasn't like every year we're getting a new Dune, you know. I feel like if that was it, it would lose some of its like value, you know. And I love the director too, Denis Villeneuve, some shit like that.
Okay, nice.
He's really dope. He did like Prisoners, Arrival. Sicario. I've never seen Sicario. It's a good ass movie.
No, you watch movies, dude. I need to hop on that. Like I've watched a good amount, but I don't know. I catch myself watching more documentaries.
Oh, dude, on Sykes and shit. Yeah, for sure. Like I was watching for a while, dude. I don't know who I told. Oh, my barber. My barber's just like Mexican dude. Shout out to Charlie. I think his name's Carlos, but shout out to Carlos.
Hey, shout out Charlie or Carlos.
He's fucking funny, man. But he was asking me shit, and I was telling him how like I was on Sykes and I got caught up watching like these like chimpanzee like documentary or some shit like that about like life as like I think it was called like Planet Chimp or some shit like that. But it was like how they're like a community and how like when like their leader is old or some shit, one of them will challenge. Like it's some like crazy shit. I was like, what the fuck,
dude? Yeah, like relationships between animals are crazy. They are so they're so complex, just with different species. It's insane. It's
insane. And then also like I forgot when it was, dude, but I had like blazed up like at night, and I went down this rabbit hole of like my search history on YouTube was insane, dude. I had like Saddam Hussein shit on there. I had like fucking Osama bin Laden. I had like Malcolm X speeches. I had Martin Luther King speeches. I had like John F. Kennedy shit. I was like, what the fuck was I on last night? Like, this seems insane.
Dude, those moments like when you look back at them, it feels like surreal, like a trip. Like you just go down. Dude, rabbit holes are, I don't know. It's like, those moments are I like them. I like those moments. So like when you just like dive into
looking back on, you're just like, oh, I do remember that. But it's like almost like a distant memory, you know?
I guess it's like fascinating just how curious one as a human could be. Just like we're so complex, we're so interested in so many different things.
I would love to recommend you some movies though, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have like if you could watch like a movie a week, that'd be cool.
See, I'm better at watching movies with people.
Oh, okay.
I see that more of a, I don't know, dude. It's hard for me to like. I could watch a documentary by myself, but with the movie, I don't know if you're this way because you do like video stuff and like audio stuff too. So like, if I watch a movie, like, how did they do this shot? How did they light it? Or like, how's it like, dude? That's me. A lot of the times I'm like trying to break down how they did something. And with documentaries, it's like they're very straightforward. So like you don't have to really think of. I mean, sometimes they do like imply like cool transitions and stuff like that. To just kind of like mess with the viewer, so it's not just like a continuous shot. But yeah, with movies, I catch myself doing that a lot. Like if it's like a really good movie, and I'm really paying attention to the storyline. Sometimes like there's movies that make me cry if I'm like really paying attention to the storyline. But sometimes it does like I get distracted by looking at shots. It's like a tugging.
Have you seen this movie called Birdman?
No.
Oh my god, we gotta watch it,
dude. I'm down.
One of these days we'll watch it, especially because like I didn't realize how close you are to me. Goddamn, you're like,
dude, 5 minutes. I'm literally 5 minutes from you.
That's incredible. But Birdman is, and you're gonna enjoy this fact. Do you remember the movie with DiCaprio and the bear called The Revenant?
Yeah, dude, I love that movie.
So he made that movie.
Oh, really?
The guy who made Birdman made that one. His name's Alejandro Inarritu. He's a Mexican director actually, and he won an Oscar too. Shout out to fucking homeboy.
Let's go, dude. Yeah, Mexico.
Bro, I was so fucking hyped, but especially because he did a speech on like immigration and stuff like that, and man, it was powerful as fuck.
Hell yeah.
But he has a movie called Birdman with Michael Keaton. He was like the original Batman and shit in like '89 and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
But it's the way they filmed it. It's as if it's one continuous shot. There's no cuts in that movie. There's no cuts. It's like an hour and something movie. There's no fucking cuts, bro.
I'm really curious.
There might be a transition, like he'll pan to the moon, pan down, you know. So there's a cut there, but like for the most part, it's like literally like it looks like a continuous shot throughout the whole fucking movie, bro. It blew my mind. I was like, wow, what did it? And it won like that's the one he won the Oscar for. But I was like, Jesus Christ.
And it was called what? I'm sorry.
Birdman.
Birdman.
Birdman. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll watch that with you.
It's really dope, bro. And it's funny because like on The Revenant, keeps doing this like weird shit, dog. So like for The Revenant, he only used natural light. Mm-hmm. There's no lights in that movie. There's no studio lights.
Dude. I love. Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
Like long days of filming, bro. DiCaprio was talking about like holy shit.
I think I saw some of the BTS of that, dude. Shout out to DiCaprio. He was like actually out there in the show.
Oh yeah, and it's so cool that like I wanted him to win. I mean, it's funny. Me and Kerry were talking about that, like how he could have won for other movies, but man, I think him winning for that one was cool with me. Honestly, like I really enjoyed that movie. Mm-hmm. It was so dope, and like the fact that like all the other shit, like damn, they only use natural light. They fucking went on location. There's no like there's no CGI in that shit. Well, the bear and shit, but like for the most part, it's mostly like all real. The horses are real and shit.
That's cool, dude. I love that. That movie reminded me a lot of Red Dead Redemption.
Yo, for sure. Yeah. Like the winter scenes and shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think that's how the game starts off.
Fucking my brother's obsessed with Red Dead. I mentioned it earlier, but my brother Nick, shout out to Nick. He's super obsessed with Red Dead Redemption 2. He'll play fucking music. He'll show me clips. It kind of makes me want to play it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, he's selling the fuck out of it. Or I'm like, damn, I really want to like indulge in this.
I think it's like very fascinating because it's, I guess like whenever America was just being developed.
Yeah.
So it kind of like puts you there in a sense. I guess that's the closest we could get to as far as the experience, the visual experience. I guess we could either have like some photos, but this is all like a video game. So it's like you get to, make actions and decisions and stuff. And
are you into cowboy shit at all, bro? Like Western wear and shit like that? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, like being from the ranch, like oh man, I love that cowboy stuff, dude. Oh shit. I was at this random ass. Have you ever been to Old Town Spring?
Yes.
I love that spot, and I just recently went back.
Yes. My friend Bradley, shout out to Bradley. He had a show there, and I think he used to do like open mic at like one of the places. I forgot what the fuck it was called though. He mentioned the place on there.
Was it the Hawaiian like bar?
I think so.
Okay, it looked like they do like open sessions because they had like a little spot in the corner. So they were playing this movie called 8 Seconds with Lane Frost, and like I instantly recognized that movie. It's like a cowboy movie. This champion from like 1969. Shout out Lane Frost, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah.
And yeah, dude, this guy was crazy. He got like killed by this bull that like rammed him in his ribs. But oh man, like I have family that like they're into that. Like that was around a lot of my childhood, like going to the rodeos and stuff. So I love that.
So you've ridden a horse before then?
Oh yeah, I love riding horses.
I've never ridden a horse.
Oh, dude, it's so fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. Back in Pasadena, my cousin, he's not like my direct cousin, but he's like a distant cousin. We just call him that. And his dad was like a bull rider and stuff. He rode a bison. It's on film. It's fucking crazy. Like he rode a bison on a rodeo. And he had a stable. We had some horses. And man, I would love going out there and just riding them. It was just like running them. Oh, dude. Running on a horse. Like running a horse.
Adrenaline, bro. Holy shit.
It's so fun, dude. It's so fun.
See, I need to do that. We'll watch movies and then we'll go fucking ride horses. Okay, bro.
Dude. Actually, yeah. My brother-in-law has horses. Like
let me know,
he
man.
races horses, so we got some horses that we could go ride.
I don't know what it is. Recently, I've been kind of. You know what it was? It was my stepdad's birthday back in January, and he wanted some boots, like legit cowboy boots. And some of those are expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, dude. I paid like $250 for mine.
Bro, I think we paid like. He has little feet, so we paid like $189 or $200.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad, but we were looking pricey around, bro. We saw some, and I was like, what about those? And he's like, $500. And I was like, dude, $500? I was like, that's crazy. And I was like, yo, me and my brother got you on $200. Like, I was like, if you want to put the difference, like, by all means, but I got you on $200.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, it's too much. Let's go somewhere else. So we went to some spot on like Irvington, and I was looking at the dress shirts. That's what's getting me, dog. Like the Ariat.
Whereby?
Oh, it's called Western Hat.
Is it by Cross Rivers, Irvington?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's by Walgreens and shit like that.
Okay, that's where I got my boots from.
Yeah,
yeah. Dude, I live like right by there, like a few blocks away.
Dog. That's what's up. I used to work at that. I don't want to say that on camera, but I used to work at a certain pharmacy.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was wild. I could tell you some crazy shit.
Dude,
like, after fucking.
I have the craziest UFO story about that place. I used to like spend so much time there, dude.
Oh yeah.
I used to like skateboard there. Like, oh man, I get home from school and I would just like be there skating for hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's why I have this UFO tattoo. I've seen some shit in the sky. I'm like, maybe there's something out there.
Gun to your head, what do you think? If aliens are real or no?
Gun to my head, dude.
They're not gonna kill you, but they're just like, give us an answer.
Oh yeah, most definitely. There's no way we're the only thing in existence in And
what kind of face would you put to it though?
A face?
What do you
To
think?
alien?
How do you think they're looking? Typical green fucking guys, or do they look just like us and they're just aliens, you know? Like technically Superman's an alien, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that. I feel like this sounds like really dumb, but sometimes I feel like, damn, like what if like Earth was like this planet where all these different species from all these different planets just like for some reason just ended up on Earth. I'm like, oh, what if that happened? Like every planet has like, for example, a planet that just has giraffes or some shit, or a planet that just has like crows, and then like Earth was just like this planet where everything got thrown in together. I don't know.
I do get curious where like the origin of everything is, you know? Like what comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh, dude. That shit just makes your head hurt. Because I don't feel, oh man, dude. I would love to, wouldn't everybody love to know, like, why are we here? I want to know the answer.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to know that shit, dude.
I'll get like so sad, dude, whenever I think about that. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna know.
No, I mean, I guess that's part of the irony. I feel like life is so ironic sometimes. You know what I mean? It's so like you'll never know. Like no one will ever know. Even when you die, you probably won't know. Like what the fuck? Like you probably won't know.
I get so curious to know what happens after like you die. Like,
are you like a religious person at all, or spiritual? Or what do you think?
My mom is very religious, and dude, I remember like in 3rd grade, I started hating Jesus because one time I broke like she had a Jesus little statue. Dude, my bad. And I accidentally like bumped into it and I broke it, and she was like, "Oh, like God's gonna cut your hands off for breaking it because that's a representation of Him." Dude, I remember it like that day. I was so scared throughout the whole. Dude, I couldn't sleep. I got so much anxiety, dude. I was like, I couldn't sleep. And then my mom would like tell me like, "Oh yeah, now you were like levitating and stuff like while you were sleeping." And I'm like,
"She was just trolling you,
dude."
Bro.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I got so fucking scared. So then after that, I was like, man, I hate this God. Like, why is he like gonna come? Because in my head, I was like, I knew it was an accident, but because I still did the action, I was like, damn, I'm still gonna get punished over like an accident. And that's just like I didn't know how to like process that thought, but that's what like was going on in my head, like looking back. So then from there, like in 3rd grade, I kind of just like started resenting it. Then I went to like Catholic school and stuff, and I started skipping
communion and stuff.
I did the confession thing, right? That goes first, and then the communion. I did that, and then
I did the baptism. I never did the communion.
I did the baptism and the confession, and that was it. I started like skipping the class, and I just stopped going. And then as I got older, started questioning a lot of things, and I try to give it the benefit of the doubt sometimes. Like I'll dabble with it. Like I'll go to church with my mom. Well, I'm sorry. I went to church it wasn't even a church. It was like a ceremony thing, prayer that I did in Mexico with my mom.
Like a rosario or what?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I guess a rosario.
Rosary.
Yeah, and then I remember I think like 2012, like there was this things at church that I would go to. Like I met a lot of really cool people out there. So I was like doing that, and this was like already after. Oh, I'm like I don't believe in that. I still gave it like a good shot. Like I'd go to the prayers like every Friday. Or go to the church and like like be there and like try to feel something, but it never just like really clicked. And then I kind of just my belief was like, oh, like I guess I interpreted life as God. So whenever it's like, oh, like God bless me, I think of it like, oh, like whatever happens to life, like for it to bless me, or like God rests his soul, or like let him rest, or like God bless her soul. Like that's my interpretation.
More kind of like of the universe, like
yeah, because like I guess it's somewhat similar, like how they say like, oh, God's planned, like God's already planned out what's gonna happen to you. To a certain degree, I think it might be true.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It's very interesting.
Because you think of all the bad shit going on here, like what the fuck's that about?
Dude, yeah. I go to Mexico, I'm like, damn, like, or like you just hear about things that are going around the world. I was like, damn. I don't know, dude. It's a really fascinating topic that I wish I knew more about, because there's so many like different aspects and beliefs about it that all like it's all essentially like a religion that different cultures have, and they see it one way and everyone thinks they're right, and like ultimately there's a lot of more different similarities
Yeah, for sure.
Then there are differences, but I feel like people pay attention more to like the differences that to like, because I get it, like we want to be different, like as people, like we want to stand out, and that's cool. I feel like sometimes it just goes to like really extreme measures of like representing that for oneself and communities and stuff as well.
It's actually it's really powerful in terms of like controlling things and shit. It's almost like dangerous how powerful it could be. I mean, the whole Israel and Palestinian conflict, I'm gonna get too deep into it, but the whole conflict is like a spiritual kind of thing. Like it's a whole like they feel that way because of the book that was written so long. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole motive behind it. Is that kind of shit, which is fucking insane, bro. When you see what's going on, it's like wow.
Just everywhere around the world, man. It's interesting how life looks for someone depending on where we're at. And just like how we were telling earlier, like, oh, you just kind of like roll dice, and like how we're talking about like the what was it, the culture, like, oh, you just roll it out, like that's the culture you get when you're born. Like, all right, you're a beaner, all right, fuck it, beaner culture.
Is there any like Spanish insults that get you?
Dude, I find beaner, I love them, dude. I think they're so hilarious.
Wop.
No, dude, like back in Seattle, like we're like, oh yeah, I'm a wetback, and people would be like, dude, people, I could not say like when I refer myself to like a spick or like a wetback or like a beaner, like people do. It's so I started doing it. Shout out all the Seattleites. Yeah, like 'cause some people would like freak out, but
that's funny.
No, there was a certain group of people that I was just able to be like.
Beaner was always funny to me, you know?
Yeah, dude, and like they didn't bat it out. They're like, oh, like he's just being himself. Like, but I think they're hilarious, dude. That's they're hilarious.
To me, Beaner was always like silly. It's so ridiculous.
It's like, hilarious, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's funny.
Beaner. Yeah,
dude. Like, oh man, the group chat like that we have, like me and my brothers, because two of my brothers were born here in America, and then me and my sister were born in Mexico. Oh, yes. So we have. I'll show it to you, but it's like
is the name of the group chat?
Yeah, it's like La Migra, and then it's like two emojis of the hand shaking, and it says wetbacks, and we have like the American flag in the US flag, but it's like both of them just like coming to the agreement and like,
funny, dude.
Yeah, we're dumb. My family's dumb. I love them. They're hilarious.
It's good though. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine if you felt the opposite way. If you felt like very offended over it or like really it'd be shitty.
Yeah. But I like that's just for me because I know some people it affects them different. Because like words have power, and then sometimes I don't want to take things too serious. But yeah, some people don't take it like I've came across people that.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah, it's just cool that you're one of the. I'm the same way, dude.
Oh yeah,
that's all that shit's funny.
Hilarious.
It's just so ridiculous. Like it's almost like
it's funny, dude.
It's impossible to be like to reduce a whole race of like to beans.
Right.
Like that's what always gets me is like Jesus. That's
dude,
what like
beans are packed full of protein. Like they're not.
Oh, it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Dude. It's such a funny insult. It's like I can't take it. Like I can't get offended to it. It's so ridiculous. Like what?
You think that's something about like being Mexican? Because I don't know. We dude, the way like our parents like they troll a lot, dude. You do like how you were saying like how your friend Mario, like if you find something like that to laugh about, dude, that's how a lot of like my family is too. Like
for sure, bro.
My sister broke something. My sister broke something once, and they started calling her Godzilla because of that, and then it just stuck.
And it's still
God, like it'd be funny as well,
dude. My friend just told me something recently like that. She said something about like one of her sisters, her little sister was being like, she was like eavesdropping on conversations, like snooping in, like what the fuck? Oh, like she wanted to be in the chisme, and they said that like they said it in Spanish, but they're like that she keeps trying to put her spoon in. Mm-hmm. But the way she said it in Spanish was funny, like. Vas a meter la cuchara or some shit like that.
Dude, insults in Spanish. I think we were talking about it earlier, right?
Memes in Spanish are fucking funny, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think memes in Spanish are funnier than the English ones, bro. Because they're so fucking stupid, bro. Like, but it's funny. Like, it's just funny, and like they know that they're memes. You feel me? Like, it's almost like a fucking parody almost.
Yeah. You know, I love the Rosa de Guadalupe memes.
Oh, that was my ringtone for a little bit, bro.
Really? Dude, I love that shit. Oh man, dude, the way they like over dramatize like some basic events that just happened in everyone's life.
It's emo. I saw one where he was like talking. He was like asking his son if he was emo.
Dude, my mom saw that episode, and around that time, I was like such a scene kid, dude. I would like wear the skinniest jeans. I would dye my hair. I would straighten my hair.
Yeah, I was into that. He wasn't a scene kid per se, but he definitely wore skinny jeans.
Yeah, he would wear a lot red. I remember that.
He was skinny like a motherfucker. It's weird kind of seeing him now because like now he's like full. He kind of like his body's filled out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was skinny, dog. Like he was skinny.
That was me too, dude. I was hella skinny. I think like before I started working, I was like 119.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
119?
Dude, I've always had like eating disorders growing up.
Oh man, I feel you on that. We were talking about that earlier outside.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For me, it was just like not eating. Like I just didn't like eating.
Did you ever get like headaches and shit?
All the time. But you just find a way to like
cope
push
with
through.
it?
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm glad you don't feel that way no more, man.
Thanks, man. I still like sometimes like slip up and like won't eat, but I'll make sure like I'll remind myself not force myself.
I've been trying to fast a little bit, man. I feels pretty good. Now I'm not gonna do it. I'll be honest with you because it's 9 o'clock right now, so I'm definitely gonna order food after. But like, usually I stop at 9 and then I don't eat until like 12 in the afternoon. So it's a 16-hour fast. Most of it I'm sleeping, but like it's still 16 hours. And I'll be like at 12 o'clock, like, holy shit, I'm fucking hungry. Like I really want to eat something. But it feels good if I do that and then go to the gym in the same day. Oof. Solid day.
Yeah.
Positive, solid day.
It's like those little things, right? Like when you just, dude, that must be a real fulfilling feeling.
It does, man. I'm laying down in bed like, you know what? I know that I'm doing the right thing. This is right.
Yeah. You just feel good. You just know.
I was going to ask, do you have any other like positive habits that you would like try to put on to people or recommend?
Man, I love telling people to like explore themselves because that's something I've been really like doing for myself to just get comfortable with my own skin. Because for the longest, I just always felt insecure. And like I'll keep referencing like, I was always very antisocial or like, like awkward.
I would never have thought that. That's crazy. They said that.
I had to work on it, man. It wasn't easy. Like I was telling you, like I was doing Uber in Seattle. I was like, dude, I need to like learn how to talk to people. I'm in a brand new place. I don't know the place. I don't know people. Okay. I'm going to like intentionally put myself in situations where like I'm in this car just with some complete stranger. And I'm the one that's like doing the work because I'm driving. So like, it's just going to be like, oh dude, I'd meet so many people. And because of that, I feel like it gave me enough practice to like be able to, like process thoughts and continue like, have conversations that don't just like dole out or, you know, if someone's like feeling a little uneasy, like how to approach that. Like sometimes you need to know when to back off. Sometimes you need to know like when to push them a little bit. Like it's all like things that you just start like
know when to press them a little bit.
Exactly. Like because you can tell sometimes when like people want it. Like for example, like my little cousin wanted to learn how to play drums. Like during that party that I invited you to.
Oh yeah.
And what's it called? He like I was like, hey, let's go play drums. And he was like, okay, I'll just come watch you. But like I saw it in his eye that he kind of wanted to try. And he like would sit down and he like, like, you know, but like I could tell like he just needed me to push him a little bit. And then one time just like, oh, like just count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then he like got comfortable and then like you could tell like his body language changed. He liked his shoulder and he like his brain started like you just see that look in his eye like, oh, I'm trying to figure it out. Like and yeah, so like
there it is.
I guess just like being aware of like social situations is where I lacked work and yeah, like I said, you explore yourself. Like that's something that I knew I needed to work on. Especially with photography too. I was trying to get better at taking pictures, especially with people. Just like creating natural moments and making the photos look nice for them because they're gonna, dude. Some people just keep these photos for years. Like, it's crazy how long a photo will last, man.
No, for sure,
it's crazy, and
it's kind of funny looking back on like I don't know if I imagine your mom's house like this or your parents' house, but like the old ass photos of like that you took like probably in like 03, 04.
Dude, I have like pictures when I was a scene kid in the living room. So anytime you go to my house, dude, I'm like, oh my god, they're just like right there staring you in the face.
Funny, dude. Now I do want to ask you, man. I almost want to request something from you.
Yeah, please do.
So before you leave, I have to take a photo for the thumbnail. Now I know you, and I know that you have this tendency to like jump up and take photos of yourself.
Oh yeah.
I kind of wanted to do that for the thumbnail. What do you think?
Okay, let's fucking do it, dude.
Where did that come from? Before we get into that shit, we'll wrap it up after. But like, what do you? Where did that come from? Cause you had a lot, dog. You were showing me, you were posting like old ass ones that I saw like one day on your story. There were like old ones and then like newer ones. I was like, what the fuck? At like the gym, at like restrooms, at like everywhere.
Yeah, I actually just took a couple like this weekend. I don't know when I'll post them, but I'll show you though.
I love it. It's one of my favorite things about following you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, because it's so ridiculous. It's just like, what the fuck? And I like that you saved all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Like, oh, dude, yeah, I just like go and like I just press really fast and I'm just like in the air. I don't know,
it's dude.
Funny. Where did that come from? Damn, dude, I don't remember.
Let me ask you this: have you ever done a video and then it's like stilled it like that or nah? It's all photos.
So that's where it came from. Okay, I remember. So back in like, when was it? 2014, 15. It was like around that time, dude. So there was this old app called Photo with 3 H's, and it was like a little like GIF animation social media thing.
Oh, okay.
And that's where, fun fact, that's where Instagram developed the boomerang. Like they put Photo out of business. Kind of thing? But Photo just had like this. Dude, it was so beautiful because it had like a grain texture to when you would take them, and I ended up like blowing up on there. And like it would have like this thing that like, you could mess with like the capture frequency is what it was called. It's basically like the frame rate of capturing the image. You could either have like a second in between each frame, so then you could do like a.
So you slow it down a little bit. Almost.
It's more of like creating GIFs, but you get to mess with like the parameters of the frame rate. So like you could have like 0.1 second between each frame, and I think it would take like 5 or 6, and then there was like. And then it was like 0.5, so then it's a little slower. And then like a 1 second, so like it takes one picture, you wait a second, it takes another one. And then I would like going on the really fast one because it would like freeze time. And I love doing jumps. Like, dude, I'll show you some. Like, I love doing jumps. And
you get pretty high on them too.
Yeah, I do, dude. That's how I tore my what is that? I can't remember the name of the muscle.
Achilles?
No, I'll look it up later. I don't remember the name of the muscle. I'm dumb. But
calf?
Yeah, no, it's like the part underneath here.
Oh.
Hallucis something. Abductor something. It's like one of the abductors, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's where we're doing one of the jumps. But I always loved doing jumps. Yeah. I love like creating like those little fraction. I thought it was really fascinating. And
my fucking mic unplugged. We're good though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm actually going to restart the camera one last time so we could wrap everything up.
Okay, for sure.
I did want to ask you about the jump though, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, fuck, I have to ask him about that. Because it's really, I look forward to him, man. Everything you post, we haven't posted one in a minute. I'm like, oh shit.
I think I did one recently, but no, yeah, dude. I caught some, I took some pictures yesterday and I might have done one today. No, yeah, it was just during the weekend.
I have to take a lot of photos. I'm going to fucking shoot a bunch.
See, the one I used to do was like where you jump and then you kind of like click your legs. I used to love doing that. Or like back then I used to skate a lot. So then I would like capturing just like a little moment of like doing a trick, and it would just like really look really cool because just like a little split second that's just like looping back and forth, and that's what was really cool. It would loop back and forth. I'll show you examples after this, and yeah, like I just one day just like hit me. I think I had seen one. That's what it was. It was Genki. So back in Seattle, there was this dude. He had like this production company. He like brought me on a board with like a lot of projects, and he had posted a picture one time like jumping, and I was like, oh dude, I gotta fucking hop back on this. Like, oh dude. And then from there I think this
was a Seattle thing then. This happened while you were over there.
The jumping thing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, dude, man, Photo, I wish you would have hopped on, dude. It was
cool,
it was such a beautiful community, man.
Yeah.
It was very supportive artistic community. That's honestly like one of the big reasons I moved to Seattle. There was like this dude, James Parkman. Shout out James Parkman. He's like famous as fuck. He's like one of like, man, I loved his adventures, dude. I love just seeing him like. He would like have like this little gnarly like Volkswagen bus and just like travel around like the world, mainly like over here in the Americas. I think he does do trips over there in Europe and stuff and other continents, or like his little motorcycle dude. Oh man, and Chris Kursick too. Like those two dudes are the ones that like really put me onto. Damn. Just like the I guess traveling and like exploring. But yeah, dude, that community was so beautiful, man. Like I was saying, I got kind of big on there, and dude, I had low-key flex at Cole Sprouse liking my shit. I was like, that's fucking sick. Yeah, that was probably like the biggest one. Yeah, and it was really cool, man, because like every week, or I think it was like every day or something like that, the creators of the app were like very hands-on with like the community. So they like they randomly choose people to like they would call like the features of the week, or I can't remember if it was like the day or the week, something like that, but they had features. So then like you would get to like promote your friends. Like let's say like you really like someone's work, and like, all right, I'm going to put you on the features this week, and then dude, you just get like flooded with like attention. It was like
that's
so
awesome,
cool,
bro.
yeah.
Holy shit! So that fucking Boomerang ended up like consuming that then.
Yeah, once Boomerang started like, coming out, like yeah, people slowly started leaving, and then it just died.
I've never been a big Boomerang guy.
Yeah,
I could do it every once in a while, but for the most part,
and it wasn't the same too. That's
it's not the same. Yeah,
Boomerang is just like that's what it kind of like shifted into, but.
They kind of oversimplified it from what you told me, because the other shit seemed pretty intricate.
Dude,
you slow down
so
everything.
Cool. Yeah, and what was cool is like they had a secret menu. So like if you went to the screen and you would get 2 fingers and rotate, it would bring out these secret settings, and then you get to like. So sometimes people didn't know how to do that, and like you get like these crazy shots, dude, because people got really creative, and you just be like, how do they do that? Like it would be like a dude just like in the. I remember there was this guy Jamie Cameron. He was like a brilliant photographer. He would like do these things where like he would, because I was telling you like you could choose it to where it's like it takes a picture 5 pictures like every second. I'm sorry, it would take 1 picture to up to 5 frames with a second in between, and if you time it and you just jump in there, it looks like you're floating. So like he'd do like things where he's like spinning in place and like time it really perfect, and just looks like a dude like in this desert like spinning. Oh dude, it was so cool.
That sounds sick. Holy so shit. Cool. I wonder where those are. Those like available anywhere, you think, on his like fucking website maybe?
Dude,
or?
I have a couple of people on Instagram that like will still post, like had their old posts from like a long time ago, so I could show you examples through that. I have some saved as well that I could show you.
That's actually really dope.
It's so cool, man. It looks like film pictures, but like moving film pictures, because of the texture on the footage that they have was so beautiful.
Oh my god, that sounds sick, bro.
Yeah. So,
holy shit.
I guess long answer to where the jumps came
it's
from.
all good, dude. Nah, it is one thing that I look forward to. Every time I click your story, I'm like, I wonder if he's gonna fucking be jumping now. I wonder if he's gonna be jumping today.
I'll post one for you.
Hell yeah,
I'll post
dude.
one for you.
That means
I'll post one tonight.
That would mean a lot to me. That would mean a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Well, shit, man, we've been going on for like an hour and a half. Do you want to let the people know where they can follow you, hit you up at?
Yeah, you could follow me on Instagram. It's EXTHIND with the number 2. That's more of like, so dude, I'm such a like, I love organizing, so like that's my portrait stuff. You notice like it's only like pictures, and then I have the other one's EXTHIND_visuals, and that's more of like my travel stuff, kind of just like, I don't know, things that
you consider more personal?
Yeah, that's definitely more personal. That's like things that I just love about life, things that just really catch my attention, and I don't know, I hope you guys can, I don't know, look at the pictures and resonate with them or make you feel something, and yeah, I just love sharing.
Well, I appreciate you coming by, man. I really enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a hug after this.
Yeah. Absolutely. We could take another trip to the balcony and,
Yes, sir.
But that'll do for this week's episode of the Thinking Boy podcast. I have been your host, Cesar Perez, with
Luis Orozco. Hey, please follow my boy. Please. Man, give this man some love. He's doing a great thing. And the amount of attention he's brought people that someone like me, sometimes like I don't even know about, but he brings them to my awareness. And it's cool just seeing how you're really helping out the community, man. That's a really beautiful thing that you're doing. So I hope you keep doing it. Just keep exploring yourself.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. It means
always,
a lot.
Man. Always.
Till next time, y'all. Peace.